Good morning, students. I hope that you all are keeping well and healthy at home. Stay safe and stay at home. On Saturday, we have started the chapter Our Environment. That is chapter number 8, Our Environment. I, Bhavna Joshua, is taking your class for Wednesday. So, let's see. We have studied in our environment that what is environment and what are the things that exist in the environment. I have told you the definition. Environment is natural world in which people, animal and plants live. It consists of both living and non-living things. So, I have told you environment is the natural world in which people, animal and plants live. It consists of both living and non-living things. So, nowadays environment are facing a lot of threat, and clean surrounding are necessary for us to stay healthy. And some of the ways I have told you that how we can protect our environment. And we have gone through: do not throw waste material or garbage on the road or other public place, use dustbin. Then avoid use of plastic bags, which is a serious threat to environment, and the government has also taken the step to ban plastic bags. Use paper or cloth bag. Next is do not spit, urinate or defecate in open or public places. Do not pollute the rivers by throwing any waste materials. Then I have told you about two types of waste, that is biodegradable waste materials and non-biodegradable waste materials. So, biodegradable waste materials can decompose naturally. It includes leftover food, human and animal waste, fruits, vegetables, leaf, etc. And then I have told you it decomposes with the soil very easily. Microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi and earthworm help to decompose these waste. Then I have told you about non-biodegradable waste. So they do not compose naturally. They take thousands of years to decompose. So such as plastic is very harmful for the environment. Poisonous chemical substance, bottles and cans are some non-biodegradable waste. So mainly these wastes just lose the fertility of the soil. So they are the major threat to environment. So we have gone through the explanation given on page number 44. Now we will see the explanation of page number 45. And we will start with disposal of waste. Here we can see there are numerous ways to dispose waste, like burning, vermicomposting, open dumping and making compost pits and landfills. In cities and towns, the government authorities use different methods to dispose wastes. Some of them are explained below. So now first we can see the disposal of waste. So there are many ways to dispose the waste. Sometimes the waste material can be burned. And vermicomposting. Vermicomposting means it has to be the uh, big in the big field. A big hole can be dug and in which all the biodegradable waste has been put inside, and some of the worms such as fungi and microorganisms and bacteria has been put inside, and it is used for open dumping and making compost pits and landfills. So this composting is the most beneficial composting, and this comes under the biodegradable waste. This method is used. So in the cities and towns, government has all the government authorities have used different method to dispose the waste. So many of the time you have seen these type of dustbins. So different type of things can be put in different dustbins. So some of them are explained below. Now please see open dumping. So this method is used in most cities and towns. Wastes are loaded in trucks and are then taken far away from the town or city and dumped in open. But this is not an eco-friendly way of waste disposal. It can pollute the environment. So as you can see here in the picture, this is the waste, and as many of us are living just near to it, you can see the big boxes, green boxes has been kept nearby your house, some of the houses, and in which people used to go and throw the waste in it. But if that is not clean, definitely foul or bad smell comes from that garbage, because it is very harmful for the environment. It pollute the environment. And open dumping is mostly used in cities and towns. Many of the time I have seen, almost every day I see in my colony, one big truck comes and it take away all the waste, all the garbage from my colony, and that waste has got a very bad smell just within 24 hours, one day. So waste are loaded in the truck and then taken far away from the towns and cities. One of the place I can tell you, near Nosar, it is the highway place where nearby the river the garbage has been thrown away and it has been dumped in the open place. But this is not a eco-friendly way of waste disposal, because it can pollute the environment, because it has got some plastics, some poisonous chemical substance, bottle, cans, and the waste of animals, humans, fruits, vegetables which are rotten. So if it will be kept there for 3-4 days long or 5 days long, definitely a foul smell can or a bad smell can pollute the environment. We cannot breathe properly when we have a foul smell comes to our nose. So open dumping is not a eco-friendly way to dispose the waste. Now next come to compost pit. You can see here compost pits. A compost pit can be made at home. It is commonly found in villages. It is made by digging a pit in the ground. All the household waste is put into it. After some time, the waste turns into manure, also known as compost. Farmers use this in their fields. So compost pit can be made at home and it is commonly found in villages. So comparing to towns and cities, Villages are much more clean places, students. Villages have got a very fresh air. Why? Because there are a lot of trees and everything is natural. So in how they use compost pit, compost pit is made by digging a pit in the ground. A big hole or pit can be dig in the ground. All household waste means the leftover food, human and animal waste, fruits, vegetables, leaves, everything has been put into it, and after some times it turns into manure, fertilizer, and also known as compost. You can see here. Farmers use this in their field to make their soil more fertile. This is the organic and original manure which is used in the fields in which farmers do the farming. As you can see, the cow dung, it is also kept for some times, and bacteria and fungi used to feed on it, and then it becomes changed into manure, and it has been used into the farmers field, which can make the fields more fertile. Next is landfills. Landfills are sites for waste disposal where garbage is dumped into deep ditches. Once full, they are covered with soil. Although it is an old method of waste disposal, it is still a threat to the local environment. Now you can see the landfills. You can see the picture of landfills. So landfills are sites for waste disposal where garbage is dumped deep into the ground, ditch. A big pit is digged, and with the machine, with the crane, it takes out all the soil from the ground, and all the garbage has been dumped, put into inside that deep ground. Once full, they are covered with soil. And although it is an old method of waste disposal, so still there is a big threat, and people should be very aware that biodegradable waste can be decomposed naturally. But what about non-biodegradable waste? Because landfills are the very old method of waste disposal, but still it is a very harmful for local environment. So non-biodegradable waste is not decomposed easy, and it also cause the soil to lose its fertility. Now we move to 3 R's. Reduce, reuse and recycle are known as the 3 R's. So it is a very useful method to reduce environmental pollution. Recycling is the process of reusing a product or producing a new product from a used or waste material. It helps to prevent wastage of potentially useful materials. Recyclable materials include glass, paper, metal, textile, plastic and electronics. All these materials can be used again with the help of this process. So you can see the diagram of these 3 R's. So reduce, reuse, recycle. So this is known as 3 R's. So it is a very useful method of reducing the environment pollution. Recycling, that means to use the waste material again, producing a new product from the waste material. So it helps to prevent the potential useful material. Recycling always help to prevent the wastage of potential useful material, which potential means those waste materials who are very useful materials. So recyclable materials include, now what are the materials that can be recycled and used again? They are glass, again it can be recycled and reused, and paper, metal, textile, plastic and electronics. So all these things can be recycled again to make new products which are potentially useful materials. So all these materials can be used again with the help of this process, which is reduce, reuse and recycle. So I hope that you have understood this chapter. So our environment, the definition of environment I have told you, the types of waste I have told you, that is biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Then we have gone through the disposal of waste, that is open dumping, compost pits, landfills, and at the end we came to the 3 R's, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. So it has been given on page number 45, and tomorrow we will send you the question answers of the chapter. I think that this much is clear to you, and tomorrow at the Zoom class we will discuss all these things in the morning from 9 to 10 a.m. So thank you for the class.